Hello guys, new weapon Sword of Disorder been released and all of you have questions. Is this weapon good? What downsides it has? How it really works? And of course, which skills are the worst and the best for this weapon? So guys, in this video I'll try to answer all your questions and we will see when this weapon is really useful and when it's better to change it. Okay guys, let's start from its skill. As for me hype skill, as you probably know, Sword of Disorder can collect souls, up to 300 souls. And here's the first downside of this skill, only Sword of Disorder can collect souls. So if your another skill will kill an enemy, this soul will not be counted. From the good news, this skill will increase your damage on up to 30%. But your sword has to catch 300 souls to get that maximum increase in damage. If you'll catch 100 souls, you'll get plus 10% damage. If you'll catch 200 souls, you'll get plus 20% damage. And if you'll catch 300 souls, you'll get plus 30% damage. And again guys, I have bad news for you about this skill. Every time an enemy or a projectile will hit you, number of souls will reset. As a result, you will no longer have plus up to 30% increase in damage. When you evolve this weapon to the Sword of Divination, besides increasing damage on up to 30%, many swords will be falling down. By the way guys, all enemies killed by that falling sword will give souls. As a result, you can walk on enemies to be hit on purpose, and in case if you have a lot of enemies on the battlefield, you will collect 300 souls very fast. But be careful in the last seconds before you will meet a boss. So when you'll be fighting with the boss, instead of having 300 souls and plus 30% damage, you can have 100 souls or 200 souls and have plus 10 plus 20% damage. Okay guys, now you know how this weapon really works, and let's check this weapon in real battles. Guys, almost forgot to tell you about the biggest disadvantage of this weapon. To evolve this weapon to Sword of Divination, you will need Magnet. And as you know guys, Magnet is the worst skill in this game. Unfortunately guys, that's true. Okay guys, now let's check this weapon in real battles. Most of you are using common hero, so at first let's check Steel at the beginning of the battle. At the beginning of the battle, when your Sword of Disorder is not high star, 1-3 stars, it's kinda hard to deal with enemies, especially if your enemies are tough enemies, bursts. As you can see guys, I barely deal with them. Anyway, I'm still okay. A little later, it became harder to deal with them. I barely died guys. So in the first minutes, in hard chapters, when you have tough enemies, it will be hard to survive. You need to evolve your Sword of Disorder fast or focus on protective skills. This weapon for me as kunai, but with S grade. And as in case with kunai, you need protective skills like Guardian or Force Field. I personally prefer Force Field because Force Bar slows enemies, but sometimes you need Guardian because Guardian can stop bullets. In this case, if you're using common hero, it's better to have both of them. Against bosses, this weapon is really great, just look how I'm easily dealing with these two bosses. As for me guys, if you can deal with bosses so easily, you can avoid drones and choose another skills. With this weapon, as I already told you guys, it's better to focus more on protective skills than skills good against bosses. In late game, if you're using common hero even with good protective skills, this weapon is bad. If you have such situation when you have a lot of tough enemies, the Sword of Disorder will not do enough damage and protective skills will not protect you. As a result, you will die. But even if you will survive and you will fight with the final bosses, you can have 0 lives and these bosses can do great damage to you. As a result guys, you will die again and will have no chance to revive. With Warp, Sword of Disorder works better, because its exclusive skill Listening Bark increases damage on up to 50%. As I already told you guys, the best skills for Sword of Disorder are protective skills. So besides Listening Bark, choose Force Field, Power Bullet and Guardian if it's needed. Guardian only in case if you have problems with bullets. Otherwise, it's not really needed because Guardian is not doing good damage. Tsukiyomi exclusive skill is really good with Sword of Disorder because it works like a legendary baseball bat. So with Tsukiyomi, you'll have good protection from mobs and Sword of Disorder will deal with bosses. It doesn't really matter what weapon skills to choose, just go with your favorite weapon skills. From supply skills for your weapons, and besides that I recommend you to choose Fuel, because Fuel is very useful and powerful with Moonhouse Slash. For Catnips, the Sword of Disorder I don't recommend as for Steel. Moreover guys, Catnips is focused on drones, and as you know, drones, Destroyer, Divine Destroyer are the best skills against bosses. And Catnips is the best hero if you want to pass a chapter with low stats, so the best weapon for him is Void Power. And the last hero is Kin. As you know guys, Kin is the best hero right now in game. This weapon is probably made for her to easily deal with bosses. If you have her with high stats, with high attack, honestly speaking guys, I have nothing much to tell you. With Kin, it's better to focus on skills that will increase your attack and damage, like Power Bullet, Energy Cube, and of course, don't forget about protective skills, for example Force Barrier. Okay guys, you saw this weapon with all heroes, I told you how it really works, what downsides it has. So let's make a small conclusion. This weapon is definitely not designed for free-to-play players, it is more designed for players with high stats. In Ender's Echo, Kunai is still the best weapon. The best weapon skills in combination with this weapon are protective skills, like Force Barrier, Guardian. From supply skills, the most suitable are Listening Pack, Surviving Instinct, Power Bullet, Energy Cube, Ammo Thruster, and Exoskeleton. Unfortunately, to evolve this weapon, you need Magnet, so Magnet is must-have skill. Also in combination with protective skills, I recommend Fuel. This weapon is not recommended when you have low stats, not enough to survive all waves. It is only recommended when you can survive all waves and have problems with bosses. Sword of Disorder can take up to 300 souls, and as a result, it can increase your damage on up to 30%. Only Sword of Disorder and its evolved skill can take souls. Every time when an enemy or enemy's projectile will hit you, number of souls will reset. So guys, as you can see, the new weapon Sword of Disorder is not that good as we expected. Unfortunately guys, it has more disadvantages than advantages. Anyway guys, it's new and it's kinda funny to play with it.